Hi dudes and dudettes, it's Sean with S&S Serpentarium, and today we're going to talk about my ball pythons not feeding, what's wrong. So first off, you need to check that all your husbandry and everything is correct, your temps are where they should be, humidity is correct, it's got places to hide. You need to make sure you're not stressing the animal by handling as well, guys, okay? If you're excessively handling your snake, that could be why it's not feeding. Could also be constipated as well, okay? When was the last time you went to the bathroom? That's one thing you need to ask yourself, really. Obviously, if it's not eating, it's been a while, then it's not going to go to the bathroom, okay? But after the last time it ate, did it go to the bathroom? So, I'm assuming that everything there is correct, and it is just fasting, okay? So how I snap my snakes out of the fast, that's going to be the topic of today, alright? This boy here, he's a lovely great eater, but that wasn't always the case. When I first got him, he wasn't a great eater at all. He would only eat very, very small prey items, alright? And mice, only mice. He wouldn't take anything else. But since I've switched him over to multi-mate mice, or African soft fur rats, that's what they're also known as, he's been absolutely smashing the food and piling on the weight. So the first thing you need to look at then is what you're feeding the snake. What sort of prey item is it? Is it a mouse? Is it a rat? Is it a multi-mean? If you're feeding it a rat, try a slightly smaller rat. Okay, that'll quite often work. Perhaps it's too big of a prey item, the snake won't eat it, alright? If that doesn't work, feed it a mouse, see if that kickstarts it. I find with two of my snakes that they go on a fast every couple of weeks, and once they start fasting, I give them 3 or 4 weeks. I offer them a mouse, they'll take it. I offer them another mouse the week later, they'll take it, and then they jump straight back onto the rat, so maybe that's worth a go. Another thing worth looking at then, if mice don't work, is try to find a really good reliable source of African soft fur rats, otherwise known as multies, okay? Multies they like drugs for ball pythons, they really are. They absolutely love multi-mean mice. And I find that it's the best food item for them as well. I find that even though multis are small, they grow better on them, and they're when they go to the bathroom, it's not quite as smelly either, which is always a plus for any snake keeper. You know what I mean there? Okay, so he's getting a bit restless here, isn't he? Bless him. What are you doing? What? Right, so another thing you could try then if multis don't work is you could try braining, okay, where you split the head open. Sometimes the scent of that gets it going, but that's not normally used for ball pythons, that's more for corn snakes and stuff, but it does actually sometimes work. If it's a baby, you could also try scenting with tuna or something like that, okay? So what you do is you open the tin of tuna, and you just dip the pinky in the sauce. I would probably eat the tuna first so it's not wasted, and then you dip the tuna in the sauce, okay, like the leftover juices, and because it's got a really strong scent, sometimes the snake will just bam straight at it. Perhaps if it's a hatchling snake, perhaps it's just intimidated when you're trying to strike feed it, so you may be better off just dropping the prey item in and see if it takes it on its own. I quite often find that works with my hatchlings. Sometimes you being there, they're just a little bit shy snakes, these ball pythons, guys. And sometimes you're just better off backing off and leaving them get on with it themselves, okay? Another thing you could try is, well, we talked about stress earlier, but I'll just delve into that a little bit more now. If you're excessively handling the snake, maybe don't handle it until it starts feeding again. Okay, and you may find in 2 weeks or so, maybe it'll start smashing down the food. But as I've said, first off, guys, priority number 1 is you check your husbandry is right. One more thing to consider, guys, is what time of year is it? You know, if it's winter, then maybe it is breeding season. Maybe the snake is just looking for a mate, and that's why it's not feeding. I talked about the 1,000-gram wall in another video. I find that when the snakes sort of become sort of sub-adult size, they slow down in their food dramatically, and some of them go off for months and months. I found it with my Lhasa last year. She once she got 1,500 grams, she just stopped eating. But then December came, she hadn't eaten for 9 months, and then all of a sudden she just flew up to 2,000 grams. Crazy stuff. She didn't lose any weight at all. And you will quite often find that if your snake is healthy, it'll lose little to no weight when it's fasting, if it's choosing to fast on its own. But the main thing to concentrate on, if you've done everything else you can try, okay, the main thing to do is just be patient. How patient do you need to be? Is there any way of knowing how long your ball python's gonna fast? No, not really. If you've only got the one snake, I would only offer it food every other week when it's fasting, to be honest, because otherwise you're going to be wasting a ton of rodents. And if it's going to go months and months and months without feeding anyway, maybe you could have got it eaten a week sooner than you did. But for the sake of a week, you know, all them months, the snake's not going to know any difference, and it's just going to be that little bit hungrier when you offer it anyway. I've known people to offer more when their snake's not feeding, because they sort of go into panic mode. I really would try to avoid that, to be totally honest. If you start doing things like that, you're just gonna make things worse, really. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, but anyway, guys, anything else you need to know, drop it in the comments. I hope you've liked the video. If you have liked it, drop it a thumbs up, and while you're down there, smash that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.